Okay, I guess we're live. Hi, everybody. It's Joe Bladek here again with your Monday morning update. A little late than usual, but it has been a very busy morning. So I did want to come back and start my Q&A session again. This is the fourth Monday we've been doing this in a row, and I've been really enjoying it. We've been able to connect, and I've been able to come online and answer any questions you may have, which is really nice. And I really have been enjoying it. So I'm just going to get everything started here, open up my chat. So let me just get that going. If I can find that. There it is, chat. Perfect. And in the meantime, if you do have any questions, please feel free to open the link in the description below. The link will provide you an opportunity to ask an anonymous question, which is what a lot of folks do prefer. That way, your question remains anonymous and I can answer it live on air, and we can do that. And as usual, if we hit 20 questions today, I will break out my guitar and take any request from the 20th question as to what song we can play on the air live. I'll just go on here and show you how to load up the anonymous question. You just load it up on your phone and you can set it up that way. Let me see if I can get it going here. While I do that, you can also text your questions into me. You can text my number 705-238-3479, and you can provide me your question via text. You can also book an appointment with me, which allows you to set a time with me where we set aside 20-30 minutes and discuss your particular mortgage scenario. So here's my live, and you just click on the jot form link like that, and it will load my anonymous question page. And you just click the box there, enter your question, and submit your question. So I'll put hello, and you submit your question, and then that will show saying that the question's been submitted. I'll also be providing an update today with regards to what's happening in the market, specifically some of the new rules that are coming into effect on Wednesday, July 1st for mortgages, as well as provide us with an update on interest rates and some of the products you're probably seeing out there and how they affect you as someone looking for a mortgage. And we'll finish it off with any other questions and answers at the end of the program. Going forward, I think that I will change the time of the program, perhaps take a break next week, figuring out when we will reschedule the program for, as Mondays I'm not able to provide a consistent time because we're just so busy on Mondays, it's not even funny. So there's no questions yet. So for the rules coming in on July 1st, these new mortgage rules essentially will change a few things. For example, you will not be able to borrow a down payment any longer, whereas up until July the 1st, you have been able to borrow a down payment. And that's specifically for all mortgages that have less than 20% down. So if you are providing 20% down, you will not be affected. And also, these mortgage rules are specific with CMHC insurance. So if you are getting a mortgage without CMHC insurance, such as Genworth, which is another mortgage insurer, or Canada Guarantee, which is another mortgage insurer, then you're not affected. CMHC is one of the major mortgage insurers and the one that most mortgages are funded through. So if we are not able to process your file with the changes through CMHC, then we can always turn around and try your file with Genworth and Canada Guarantee. And those insurers work with most of the big banks as well. Some of the rules that are changing, other than the borrow down payment with CMHC, are the fact that they are also decreasing the borrowing power They're doing this by limiting debt to income ratios. If you know what this means, then essentially up until July 1st, we're able to go in with a debt to income ratio of 39% gross debt service and 44% total debt service. And as of July 1st, this is changing to 35% gross debt service and 42% total debt service. And what does that mean? It essentially means that overall your borrowing power will decrease by approximately 11%. So that's quite a significant amount, especially if you're buying a home for about $500,000. You'll notice a drop on your affordability by approximately just around $55,000. We can work out the specific scenario for you if you like. You can just book a time with me through the link and set up an appointment, and we can go through that for you. So any questions here? Let me just take a look here at my chat and my text and any submissions through the online question station. Okay. All right, so no questions yet. It's Canada Day week. Hope everyone is gearing up for a good Canada Day on Wednesday. We got our Canadian flag ready to go for Canada Day. Hopefully we'll have a barbecue, relax a little bit. You know, maybe you'll have some time off too. I'm hoping that we all enjoy Canada Day with COVID going around. It doesn't seem like that's done yet, so definitely be safe out there. So interest rates, what's happening with interest rates? Let's cover that a little bit here. So for interest rates, still trending down. So if you are getting a mortgage and you have an approval from another bank and you're looking to get a better rate, definitely contact your bank broker right now to see if they can lower your rate down further. Rates are trending down, so we are seeing, we are constantly going into our clients' files and asking lenders to decrease rates based on the market. Because even if you have an approval, you can still get a better rate. For example, if you're closing in August and you were approved originally in May for a rate of 2.5%, but now say you want the rate that is lower, we can go in and lower that for you. There are some new interest rates popping up there that have been floating around the internet, the 1.99% fixed rate. And I've looked into this. It's with one specific lender. I won't mention the lender, but essentially this is a very locked mortgage where it's a mortgage where you have to first of all pay CMHC insurance. So that is a big expense added to your mortgage. Secondly, if you ever want to refinance or break your mortgage to move to a new house for whatever reason, breaking the mortgage within the first year, if you took a $400,000 mortgage, the penalty will be over $20,000. So it's a very large penalty, and it's one way that this bank is making their profit, because obviously a 1.99% interest rate is very fantastic right now. So if any changes need to be made on your mortgage, say you need to refinance to pay off additional debts, say something happens like a life event and you need to sell your home and break the mortgage for that reason, or you're moving, it's quite a large penalty compared to a lot of the other lenders that I work with. So having a large penalty like that can really put a damper on your move if you're looking to set up something for your family and you're counting on that money. I remember when I was a first-time home buyer and I really didn't know anything about mortgages or anything about penalties. And once when we sold our home, we were charged a penalty of over $10,000. And we really didn't know that because the bank never really advised us on that until we were 3 days from closing. So having that sort of news pop up last minute really put a damper on things for us. And we were required to come up with that extra money. And I remember our closing date was 3 days away. So that was very difficult. And the last thing I would ever do as a mortgage broker is recommend somebody get into a mortgage that has a low rate right now just so we can get the mortgage done, and then you turn around and have a large penalty on the other end. That just puts a huge damper on things, and it's very unexpected. So when you are getting your mortgage, I like to make sure that we discuss your plans and discuss any contingency scenarios. If anything ever changes, what is the outcome? So let me just take a look here at any Q&A. We'll just take a look here. If there's any chats, please feel free to put a comment in the chat box below, or text me a question at the number just below here in the description. And you can also ask an anonymous question online. All right. No questions yet this morning. It's a quiet morning. Perhaps it's because I came in a little bit late, but that is okay. So a little bit more about the changes that are happening on July the 1st. If you're looking to buy a home or have already bought a home and you're concerned that you won't be able to get in before the changes are only applied to any purchase and sale agreements dated after July the 1st. So for whatever reason, if you buy a home today or tomorrow and your purchase agreement is signed as of June the 30th, then you still technically will be evaluated under the old rules. If you need to borrow money for your down payment, there have been some other solutions I've been able to come up with that will still exist after July the 1st. A lot of the times people will want to borrow extra money to pay off their credit cards or for closing costs. There are a few mortgage options available at very good rates in the 2% range that will actually cover your closing costs for you. So if you're a first-time home buyer and you have enough for your down payment, but you don't necessarily have enough for any closing costs, or perhaps you want to incorporate a small credit card or line of credit into the new mortgage, there is a mortgage that will actually provide you additional cash upon closing that you can use for those purposes, closing costs, or maybe you need some furniture when you move in, and getting an interest rate of say 2% is way better than getting a rate somewhere else for say 4 or 5% just for the furniture. Okay, let's see if we got any questions. I got some notifications here. Okay. Nothing yet. Let's take a look at my form. Okay, nothing yet. If anyone has any recommendations as to what a better time would be to do these question and answer periods, please feel free to drop a comment below. I would love to hear your opinions. We have no questions yet this morning. Okay. I would love to hear about any questions you have about the latest mortgage news regarding the mortgage changes happening on July the 1st. It mainly affects first-time home buyers. So if you're a repeat home buyer, chances are that you will not be affected, because when you do a mortgage for when you're selling your home and buying a new home, typically you have usually 20% down, so the changes don't affect you. One of the other changes that are happening on July the 1st is that the minimum credit score to get a mortgage is going from 600 to 680. This is not a really big deal because most people do have a credit score over 680 these days, but there is a large amount that I deal with that have a credit score between 600 and 680, and those people will have a hard time getting a mortgage now because it's going to be hard to get it approved. So if you are looking to get a mortgage and you have a credit score of say 620, I can work with you to get that credit score raised. I have worked with other clients in the past that have had no credit, poor credit, or bad credit, and we work together to raise their credit score to over 700 and being able to get them approved for a mortgage. There was a client this year, we started the process, I think it was maybe even in December of 2019. There was no credit at all, and and the bank would not give a mortgage. So we worked together to establish a credit score, and in a matter of months, we were able to get a credit score obtained for that client of over 700, and we were able to get them approved with a major bank, and they were very happy with their approval. So if you are looking to buy a home and you're concerned about any credit score issues, definitely click on the link below, schedule a time to meet with me. We can discuss it in detail, and we can make sure that whatever credit score you have, I can help increase that for you with some strategies that I use to help increase your credit score. And we can get it over 680 so you can get the best possible mortgage for you and your family. There are some negative news stories out there about house prices, and that some articles are saying that house prices are expected to decline. Also, there are some news articles and negative news saying that it is a very hard time to buy a home because there is bidding wars. It is very confusing because the news is not matching what I'm seeing in on a day-to-day basis. Every day I'm seeing multiple offers on properties. Every day I'm seeing buyers have a hard time gaining a property. I have clients that have been looking for a home, their second home, for months now, and every time they put in an offer, it gets rejected because the other people have either bid 20,000 or 30,000 or 40,000 more than them. It is very competitive out there for the houses that are out there. I cannot see right now any sort of decline in house prices because of that. Everything is pointing to the fact that the market is strong. There is incredible demand for homes right now, and everything I'm seeing with that does not support these negative news stories that are out there. So if you're seeing these negative news stories, I would like to hear from you in the comments, or send me a text, or even send me the message anonymously through the question link there as to why you think the market will go down. Perhaps there will be some fluctuations in the future, but I do not see it going down because right now the demand is very strong and I don't see any changes happening anytime soon. Okay, let's take this opportunity to see if we have any questions right now. You can text me at 705-238-3479, or you can send me a message anonymously through my anonymous question portal. Let's see if there's any questions through my anonymous question portal. Okay, not yet. And any chats? Okay. I don't see any chat yet, so perhaps everyone is busy. I know we are, so I should probably get back to work. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this update. In the future, please watch for my question and answer period to be at a different time. I will try to update you all as to when that will be. We'll probably move away from the Monday morning question time. Maybe we'll make it on Tuesdays, and I'll keep you all posted. In the meantime, I hope you have a great day. If you are looking to get a pre-approval, or if you're looking to refinance, or anything with regards to your mortgage, I would love to set a time with you. So please either reach out to me later or schedule an appointment in the link below, and we can look at doing something like that for you. Have a great week, everybody. Happy Canada Day. And I hope you all have a fantastic rest of the day. And bye.